What's up everybody, this is Danny, and today I'm going to be reviewing the slim armor for the HTC One M8 manufactured by Spigen. Now this is available for $19.99 on their Amazon website, and I will leave that link in the description section below so you can purchase it directly from Amazon, but you can also find it on the Spigen.com website and also on their eBay store. So let's go ahead and get started. This case is available in many different colors, but I think that the gunmetal one is definitely my favorite. Now you will see how extremely detailed this case is, and we'll go into that in just a little bit. But this has the exact same characteristics as some of the other slim armors do, with that nice texture on the inside for grip, and on the corners you will find that same air cushion technology that's beefed up right there on the corner, so when you drop it on the corner you will get more impact absorption, and I'll show you that in a drop test coming up a little later. Now, if you follow my channel at all, you know that I've reviewed a ridiculous amount of cases, but I've never seen a case this detailed before. I mean, take a look at the dual camera cutouts, to the LED flash, to even where the antenna banding goes. The incredible amount of detail that went into the manufacturing of this case actually blew my mind when I first took it out of the box. I could not believe it. And the install is ridiculously easy as well, and it snaps into place with no kind of creaking or movement. And the feel of this case and the manufacturing that went into it, it feels like a premium product. So definitely big props to Spigen for that. And this is a two-part case, so if they decide to make different backplates or to actually sell those in different colors, you will be able to exchange them without a problem. I had to shoot this entire video with the Samsung Galaxy S5 in 4K resolution so you can really appreciate the build quality and the design that went into this case. It's almost uncanny how much this case looks like the HTC One M8. I mean, this is kind of that OEM look to it, and it does make it a little bit more bulky, and maybe you can see that, but for the untrained, non-tech person, they can look at it and it looks like the HTC One M8. It's incredible how much detail it is, and when you hold it in your hand, you will notice that besides a little bit of bulk. Now on the bottom, you get the cutout for the micro USB and the 3.5mm headphone jack, and on the opposite side, you get that slim armor branding and the volume rockers. And on top you will see the home button, but then wait, where is the IR blaster cutout? There isn't one. So for a lot of people that love to use the IR blaster, that is disabled with this case. So there's some advantages and disadvantages to that, and we will go over that later on in this case review. But for the most part, I love the way this case looks. As I hinted earlier in this video, I do like the feeling of the case in the hand. Now, the case does feel a little bulky because of the rounded back of the M8, and this case does follow that design language. But for people that didn't like the slipperiness of the M8 or just felt like it was going to slip out of your hand, this case does give you a better grip in the hand. So a lot of people might appreciate that. But it does add weight to your new M8, so you're definitely going to want to think about that. It does feel heavier in the hand, but for me it felt a lot more solid. Plus, knowing that I'm going to get great protection from this case, side, back, and front, I really enjoyed this case, and I will definitely show you that in the drop test coming up. There are some downsides to this case though, as you can see how much bulkier it makes the M8 with the case on, but most cases add bulk, so maybe that point is negated. But it does completely block the IR blaster, so if you use the IR blaster a lot, this is going to be a deal breaker for you. But I can see why Spigen did this, because for aesthetics wise, it definitely makes it look a lot cleaner without that cutout. For those of you that put your phone flat on a surface all the time, will definitely love this case because it's got a nice raised lip above the front, so it will protect your glass if you were to drop it or if you put your phone on the table a lot or on a rough surface. And what's great about this case too is that the buttons, the volume rocker, and the power switch, they are definitely tactile. They give a nice clicky feedback, and that's very important for me when it comes to cases, because a lot of cases feel really mushy and the power button response isn't great, and this one is definitely raised and it gives you a great click tactile feedback. So love this case for the button response. For those of you worried about the camera performance with the cutouts on the back, don't be. Even the LED flash dispersion was no problem in my testing, and it does not affect the dual camera whatsoever. Pictures come out exactly the same as if you didn't have a case on. Alright, so as promised, here's a quick drop test. Let's drop it on the corner. And there is that air cushion technology working on the corners there. And as you can see, it had a pretty good bounce when it came off the concrete. Let's drop it on the back. And there it is. Let's go ahead and pick it up. and there are a few minor scratches on the back, but this is gravel and concrete there. So let's drop it on the front on the LCD, and let's go ahead and pick it up, and the front is absolutely perfect. So this is probably what most people will do, just drop it from waist height or so, and it's absolutely no problem whatsoever. One more time on the corner, and let's go ahead and pick it up, and no problems with it whatsoever. Everything is completely functional. If you look very closely, there is a scratch there right on the side and a few more markings just around the sides or so. Let's turn it to the other side, and there it took a harder hit. You can see there's a few little minor scratches here, but still nothing bad at all for landing right on concrete, and the screen is flawless. So what do you guys think about the Spigen HTC One M8 Slim Armor case? I think it is one of the best design cases, and aesthetically, I think it is second to none. The amount of detail they put in this and the way it mimics the original HTC One M8 look, it is definitely the best case I've ever seen for this phone. The way it blocks the IR blaster and the way it adds bulk and weight to it, it might be a turnoff for some, but I really felt that this case was the most solid feeling case that I've tested so far, and the way it gives protection, I think you would be comfortable having the M8 in this case, knowing that you probably will not crack your screen and it would be protected, and it also looks good at the same time. Alright, well that does it for me with this review of the Slim Armor for the HTC One M8 made by Spigen. Please subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and give me a thumbs up if you enjoyed this content, and I will see you guys in the next video. Thanks for the support.